Okay, so let's create a function to delete a post. So I will simply create a new function called delete post with request response cycle like this, and I can export that function, and I will import that function over here again, and let's create a new route. And we don't need I think we need an ID, because we need to specifically say what sort of a post that we are going to delete, so ID needs to be there. And the HTTP method is basically delete, and once that method is invoked, it must call this delete post function, and inside the delete post function it will execute several functionalities and it will delete the post. So basically we can perform exact same thing like in the update, but only change that we need to do is if it encounters this ID, then that is the post that is need to be deleted, right? So I will simply copy this thing and I will paste it over here. So the first step is same as before, so it will check whether there is a post exist or not. And in the third step, so this is the step that we need to change. So instead of updating any post, what we have to do is simply return the items. So I will cut that line and paste it over here. Return the items that is not equivalent to the ID that we are requested, right? So let's say we need to delete this post, so the ID is 1, so it will check whether this post having the ID of 1, so simply it will be discarded, right? So updated post array won't be having this object. So basically it will return all the other object that is not equivalent to 1. Then it is somewhat similar to deleting this object, right? So then I will save the updated post. So once that is saved, we can say that post is deleted, right? Right, pretty much simple, right? The exact same thing we have done in the update, but only difference is we are not returning the updated post back to the updated post array. Right, so let's go back to Postman and let's create a new request which stands for deleting the post. So I need this sort of a URL. So let's say I'm going to delete the third post, so I don't need any body. So only thing I require is to change HTTP method to delete. So if I call this function, it will say post is deleted. And if you go back to the post.json and let's reformat it, so you can see there is no post with ID 3 and it is just null because we have simply deleted it. But if you are trying to delete a post that is not existing, so let's say post with ID 5, it will say, okay, so it will say yeah, it is not exist because we are reading this null property. So I will simply remove that and let's re-invoke the function. So it will simply say post not found, right? So if there exists a post and if I invoke that delete method again, it will delete the post and this post.json file will be updated. Okay, so that's it basically. So that's how we are going to perform delete operation. So now we have covered all the CRUD operations. So these stuff are related to retrieve, and these function related to create, and this function is related to update, and this one is for delete. Alright, so that's how we can create a REST API to perform a standard query operations over your data. Right, so in the next video we will see how to improve our code base and how to refactor it and do more advanced stuff. Alright, so thank you.